Hey, everybody. Welcome to the DBC Inc. Facebook Live. It is Thursday night, and we're kind of on again, off again lately, but we're glad to be on here tonight with you. And I am joined by Tara Martin. Tara, how are you?
Hey, friends. Long time no see.
We are ecstatic to see you in a Facebook Live, Tara. So
I
that's
know.
awesome.
Me too.
Hey, by the way, if you join us, please throw your name over in the comments. Let us know who's watching, where you're watching from, and all that. Um, I am watching from a hotel room, I'm doing this from a hotel room in Nebraska. Actually, I have a Teach Like a Pirate keynote program tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to be getting a car driving towards Kansas and Missouri and all that, and getting to see Tara Martin.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be so fun. I can't wait. We should do it live when we see each other. That would be fun. Maybe do a
Hey,
surprise one on Saturday.
we have already gone international with Anik
There you
Broke
go.
from Winnipeg, DBC Inc. book author.
Yes, yes.
Soon this fall, coming this fall, and I don't know. I don't think we released that title yet, and I have seen some early iterations of book covers, but can't do any reveals tonight. So sorry, we're still working on it, but that is an exciting thing that's coming this fall. And yeah, so Tara, I'll get to see you on Saturday, which is awesome. I'm headed to an event in Missouri and going to kind of like do a little detour and get to hang out with you a little bit. So that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And Nick says, shh, title coming soon. Don't tell. I will
Monica,
say,
hey, Monica.
I can give a little hint. The Barbie movie might be a hint on some of that.
Yeah, is it gonna be Teach Like Barbie?
Teach like a Barbie. And Nick is the one to do it.
Tell you what, that would be a big hit right now. um,
We
yes,
going
and
big
so
or go home.
Monica, so good to have you join us. Thank you. We appreciate that. It is nice to have her back on here. And hey, so maybe we don't have to go into any more detail than you want, Tara, but maybe what's the update? How are you feeling, and what's the latest on the medical front?
Yeah. So, well, before we do that, because I want to do the high low, I want to do the little thing, and I can use some of that, my updates.
Okay. All right. Well, then
So,
introduce it. Let's go.
yeah. So I thought of something that might be fun for your learners. It could be for all ages of learners. I think I'm gonna start doing this with Dave. Like when I meet up with him, like, hey. But there's a coach here in Kansas, CrossFit coach, who does this with his younger athletes, and I love it. He had one at the CrossFit Games, and he shared how they do this at the end of the day. They'll do it at the end of their training session. I just think it would work so good with students too, or any learners, any age of learners. But it's high, low, and water buffalo. And so obviously high low, that's self-explanatory, something great that happened, something maybe not so great. And then water buffalo is something funny that's happened today or it could happen recently. But ending on something humorous, I just think is so powerful. He talks about how this is so powerful with athletes because they're so hard on themselves. But I think this is also powerful with our teachers who have just stressful workloads, our students who are also under a lot of stress and a lot of things, like ending on something humorous. So I thought I might start since Dave said, what's your health journey looking like? So for high for me, today I got the best doctor's report I've ever gotten so far. And I get to go speak next week. I'm so excited. I've had to, for the last 6 weeks, we've been fighting a really nasty abdominal infection that I got from the second surgery. We did a third surgery trying to get rid of it, and it just was a beast. It took a lot of rounds of antibiotics, 5 weeks of them. And this is my 6th day with no antibiotics, and I'm still feeling really great. So my body has started like the healing process by itself, and it's like healing up that wound now on the inside. And I'm able to add at least one thing back in my life that I love so much and brings me so much joy, and that's working with educators and students around the world. And so next week and the next, fingers crossed, I get to go travel and do that thing that I love. So that's a big high for me. A low would be that we're not fully really used to do all the things yet. It's not really a low. It's just like not a great thing. She did tell me today, she kind of gave me a little timeline. She's like, okay, so I don't want you asking about fitness for at least 6 to 8 weeks. And then we're not going to talk about CrossFit for at least another 10 to 12 weeks. So like from right now, just thinking that's like 3 months, 2 months, or 3 months, more months. Like we're talking the end of the year before I'm like doing things. But so grateful not to be on the couch, not to be in a bed all the time. So I'm going to just celebrate my water buffalo. Dave, I think you should tell my water buffalo.
Your water buffalo?
You remember when I told you that I would let a rookie like work on?
Oh my gosh.
I thought that would be a funny water buffalo for all the medical stuff. So I was telling Dave, I'll let him tell us my water buffalo.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, she was going to be going to another facility that has medical students that do some of the procedures and things like that. And she was totally fine. She was like, I'm totally fine with that. I'm sure they're gonna be great. They're gonna be up to date. They're gonna know all the current stuff. They're gonna have a supervising teacher. Like it's gonna be perfect. All this, and in the midst of saying this stuff, she's talking about getting her hair done, and she said she would never let a new person touch her hair. I'm like, wait, you're gonna let a new person like go inside of you and work with your intestines and stuff like that, but not touch your hair? Like nothing serious, like my hair. Like that's on IG.
No rookies there.
On Instagram. Yeah. So she was fine with an intern taking her insides out. Don't mess with the hair.
Touch the hair.
She said it like it was no big deal, and I'm calling her. Whoa, hold on, go back. Did you just say what I think you said?
Oh my gosh. I was like, not the hair, not the eyebrows. No, we're not having rookies on those areas.
Hey, by the way, I see all the way from North Carolina. Alicia is here. EduIXam author. Good to see you, Alicia.
Welcome, girl.
And yeah, so yeah, that would be the water buffalo for you, I guess.
So Dave, I think you should do a high-low water buffalo because I know you have a water buffalo.
Oh, wait, am I getting called out on my bald head?
Or at least a low. It's what happened in your hotel. Like you have to share.
So that's gonna be my water buffalo. So all right,
they should share.
I have a high, a low, and a water buffalo. You ready?
Okay, go.
Okay. My high is that I'm excited to be out on the road doing Teach Like a Pirate keynotes, getting people started back to school. Just did one in Arkansas. Had been in Salinas, California before that. And yeah, a cool thing that happened yesterday in Arkansas was I got introduced and I came out to start the program, and there was a whole district, different schools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, but one of the elementary schools was sitting down in the front. And as soon as I started, the whole all the teachers pulled out, they had been hiding, pulled out like their eye patches and stuff like that and put their eye patches on at the start of my program, like almost like a little flash mob thing. They all put their pirate gear on and stuff at the start of my keynote. And so that was kind of fun. So that'll be my high. My low is a bad low. My low is absolutely devastated to see the fires in Hawaii right now. And there's been fires on the Big Island, and of course, just absolutely horrible fires on Maui, and the whole town of Lahaina basically has burnt down. And if you've ever been to Lahaina, it's an iconic town in a cultural sense, like lots of culturally important things there. Also, a major tourist spot as well. And then also the famous banyan tree is there too, the oldest banyan tree in Hawaii. Like it's like gigantic, huge, the size of a whole city block, has a major center trunk, but then like at least like 16 different trunks where it extends and goes into the ground, different places, basically a whole like park underneath it. It is an iconic thing when you go to Hawaii on the island of Maui to go get pictures at the banyan tree, to see the banyan tree. And so that's been, it's still standing. And so it's still, I'm not sure how burnt it is, how charred, like whether it's going to live. So I'm hoping that that lives. But the town itself, the devastation of the town, lots of people homeless right now, and businesses, and like I said, like big cultural impact too, of some of the things that have burnt. So that's my low, what's going on in Hawaii. Hard to see, hard to watch. Water buffalo. So this isn't really funny.
It is funny.
But this is what happened last night. So I got to Nebraska. I won't throw the hotel under the rug, but so I got to Nebraska, got to the hotel around 11 o'clock at night, checked in, got my room, went up to the elevator, opened the door with my key, got all my suitcases and luggage into the hotel room, and then like looked and saw like a small cooler over on like a little table in the front room. It's like there's like a front room area and then a bathroom area and like a bedroom area in the back, right? And there's a little cooler sitting there in the front room. And I looked at, and I noticed like the bathroom light was on. Like, that's kind of weird. I said, hello? And somebody answered from the bed. Someone was like, oh, what, wait, what, hey, what? They're all startled and confused and disoriented and stuff. There was a person sleeping in the bed. They gave me the key to someone else's room. So they woke up in the middle of the night with me saying a man in the room with all of my luggage and suitcases in there, and suitcases and stuff in there. And just like horrific, right? And so I like, sorry, they gave me the key, like whatever. I like, grabbed all my suitcases and like pulled them out of the room, shut the door. And like, I mean, is that person ever going to go to sleep again? Like, there's no way that person's ever going to go to sleep again, right? Like, they let me into their room with sleeping in the bed. And so, yeah. And then I go down to the front desk, and I don't know if this happens a lot, but I thought I was going to get a bigger reaction when they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, there's someone sleeping in the bed. Like, there's like, you put me into someone else's room. And they were just kind of like, typing away. I go, no, they don't have any other rooms. That's it. I have a reservation at the hotel. They tell me there are no rooms. And like, oh, apparently if that one's taken, there's no more rooms. And so I got sent to another hotel because apparently they booked my room. But anyway, that's my water buffalo. So I'm not sure how funny it is, but that's
pretty
like
crazy. That's crazy.
Things happen on the road traveling. On Saturday I slept in the ATL airport with crazy things happening with landing gear broken on planes and stuff like that. And and now I just got sent to a room with someone sleeping in the bed.
I'm just so glad you're alive. That was a scary one. That would have been your low for that day for sure. So I asked you guys, what's your high, low, and water buffalo? And Alicia put hers in over here. So she says her high is her first day with students today, and her girls are rocking it out already. Her low, I need to scoop the kitty litter. Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun job. And the water buffalo, I took my dogs out to show a student I took my dogs out to show a student my new pedicure, and it was a whole vibe. Love it. I love it. I love getting a new pedicure too. That's always fun. Totally not funny. Just like I imagined if I was sleeping. Yeah, it wouldn't be funny if I was sleeping either, but it would be funny if I was in the room though.
If I was fast asleep and like someone was inside my room with all their luggage, like talking to me, like I'd be like, freaking out. Like,
But this is a good lesson that you should always flip that little silver thing on your door. He wouldn't have been able to get in if that would have flipped, even if he had the key. So
yes,
for all you guys
close that little latch thing down. At least they'll have been like.
You can always wedge a chair up there too if you get real paranoid. Awesome. So I thought this would be fun. I could be fun with your students. It could take a while, for our big storytellers, but also, this might be a fun way to lock that latch. That's right. To like get your kids talking about something that happened for their first week of school, or maybe their first day of school or something like that. Or your adult learners. So anyways, just a fun thing I thought. Yeah. So for me right now, we are, I get to go travel and speak. So that's exciting. But of course, I'm not clear out of the water yet. But that's okay. I will say, Dave, it's been a good little journey. You've been along with me the whole while. But I've definitely learned a lot of things. I feel like it's, to have me on bed rest for 6 weeks, that's crazy. Like, I've never had that happen before. And taking me off my ADHD meds for the whole time was like double challenge, and go ahead and throw in a couple extra surgeries in the middle of all that. It's just been interesting. But I will say, I talked about this on another live, and I think this is a good lesson to learn going into the first day of school, the new year, is I was on this journey, like looking way too far to the end. Like, I was asking about when I was going to CrossFit again 6 weeks ago. And that was like, I think of that meme with the ladder, and I talked about this in my life, but the ladder that has the rungs that are really far apart. And then there's the ladder right beside it that has little tiny rungs all the way up. I was just wanting to be like way too far in places that are not reachable for me right now. And when I moved over to the other ladder and just started thinking like, okay, I'm just going to celebrate every little win. I got to stop it. I got to run 400. I got to walk 400 meters yesterday. Hey, that's a win. Like, it's just like I started being able to take these little baby steps and be grateful for them, and not be mad or bitter or hateful or frustrated, but just like, hey, I'm getting closer. I'm just getting a little bit closer. And so everything feels like a win when you do that. And I feel like if you have just like this big goal, which is like the end of the year, you want all your students to be like successful, but taking it just a step at a time. And before you know it, I would definitely say I'm past that first little rung that I was trying to hop up to at the onset 6 weeks ago. So I don't know if that helps anyone, but.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a super great point. I remember back several weeks ago, Tara, when you told me there was the doctor, it was a guy who wasn't like your main doctor, but he was another doctor. He was a little more matter of fact about stuff. Mm-hmm. And you were asking him about like exercise and CrossFit or whatever. And he basically is like, you need to stop being worried about CrossFit and start worrying about living. It was like, like kind of a slap in the face, like, oh, this is kind of serious.
Yeah. I think when you're in it, you just don't realize the seriousness of it. You just want your life back to normal. Yeah. And you forget that, like, I'm lucky to be living. I've heard 2 stories recently. One of my dear friends, you guys have seen pictures of me and her together. One of her great friends, only 49 years old, just passed away on Monday. She got an internal infection that got into her lungs, which the whole time I had that infection, they were trying to keep it out of my organs and out of my bloodstream the whole time. But it got into her lungs and she passed away on Monday. It just was so fast. It took a week and a half and that's it. And so when I hear these stories of people that are close to me, like, and how serious it is, I'm so grateful for that doctor. Dr. Conglin is his name. He was just so real with me. He's like, hey, stop asking about that kind of stuff. Like, we need to worry about this. Like, this is number 1 right now. This has to be gone or you're never going to work out again. Like, you're not even going to be sitting here any longer. So, just having this wake up call, but also just looking at life with a new perspective and realizing, you know what? I don't get to do all the things I love, but at least I'm here to experience them and also to be appreciative of some little stuff, starting all over again. I mean, I know how to do this stuff. I know how to work out. I know how to build my life back, and I'm still here and I'm getting to go speak next week. That's huge. They weren't thinking I would be speaking already. So I'm making gains. It's just a little slower than I wanted, but it's also really much quicker than even my doctors thought I would be. They are very impressed with how this has progressed. And also a little plug for health and fitness. If you're out there and you're thinking about starting your fitness journey, they have told me numerous times that if I wasn't as fit and healthy as I was, this would be a whole different story. So just a little plug out there. If you're interested in doing fitness, now's a good time. It could save your life.
Yeah, I see David's popped in here. T Martin Eagles Tough. And I'll send a little shout out to David. I've been seeing him starting a running journey, getting some running in.
There you go.
Yeah. It's good to
Get
see.
it in.
Yeah. I am actually slowed on my running journey. I have this plantar fasciitis thing, which super frustrating, slow, but getting to the gym for gym cardio on a stationary cycle, which is absolutely horrific and horrible compared to running. But I won't complain in front of Tara right now. So, all right, Tara, to lighten the mood before we finish up here, I would like to point out something else. And that is that you appear to have popped out with a brand new look lately. What's going on?
I'm old now. I joined the mid 40s club and I have progressive glasses. And I told Dave, I know I'm not that cute with these on, but I just love being able to see. Like I have a lot of new perspectives on life. And this is one of them. Like I never knew, you can see up close and far away all at the same time. And it's so clear and so beautiful. So I went to my optometrist today and I was like, give me some contacts that help me see like this. And she told me, Dave, you wouldn't believe this, but she says, oh, well, the prescription that you have, that we don't actually make a contact. They'll give you just that vision, but it's okay. We're going to get you close. Of course, the prescription I have would be so unique that they can't make a contact to do it.
I see Alicia is not buying this whole not looking cute in those things. And by the way, I happen to know from chatting with you that maybe that's not the only person who's mentioned that they like the new look. Oh, yeah. There are some other people popping up in various forms that that like it as well. So we're not buying this. I know I don't look cute in them stuff.
Yeah, my doctor said that we're like besties. Like I see her every single week, sometimes multiple times. But she says, "Oh, look at you! You look like a sexy librarian." I'm like, I love you. So that's my new look.
Yeah, we like it. We like it. It's all good. So of course, I'm hiding. I have my readers over here, so I can barely read the comments. But eventually, I'm going to be full-time those two. But we'll see. All right.
It's just so nice to see everything. It's so beautiful. Like the world is so beautiful when you can see it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are super excited that you all have popped in to join us. And Tara, thanks so much for sharing the high-low water buffalo idea. That's very cool. Yeah. I like it. So most people are either back to school right now or just headed back to school, except for maybe the East Coast. I know the East Coast, like I can tell when different parts of the country start by where my PD goes. And so right now I'm in the kind of the Midwest, but all the stuff next week is more East Coast kind of area. And so I know that they often start after Labor Day back with kids. And so that they're still getting going, but hopefully you all are having a great start to the school year or a great into the summer, whichever one it is for you. And we always appreciate that you spend a little bit of time with us when we can join on Thursday. And what is this, Tara? We got a little DBC University free course.
Yeah, I just wanted to share this with them because if you're looking for some engaging ideas, this is totally free. And it's not like you have to go through every single video. You can just go through one or two or just one. It's however many you want. But to sign up, I'll send you the link. I'll drop that link right now. But all you do is click on one of these lessons. Dave, let me know if it switches over and they're able to see like where I'm clicking. Is that true? Like, are they able to see like your stuff now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would click on this video and you could watch it. Most of the videos are only about 7 minutes or less, except for Dave's because he's the boss and he can do whatever the heck he wants. So he went over. But you can see these first day activities. You can see a little video on how to do them. They're from multiple different authors. This is from Katie Powell. So much fun. You have mine in here with Real You and Exit Snaps. So fun. On a Roll. This is a really great one with Dawn Harris. I love Choose or Lose with Lori Elliott. That's a fun one too. And these are for all ages of learners. So it's not like we have Kindle and Pam with the Find Someone Who. And down below, you will see a link to their downloadables. So if you're looking for right here, you see over on the side, you can download the document. So it's not like you're having to make anything from scratch. Everything you need is within these videos, and it is completely free. Literally, all you have to do is sign up. So I'm going to give you all that little link. Stop sharing, and I'll drop that link over here on the side. But it's just a great way to engage your learners, think of some other things that they haven't tried before. And yeah, we'd love for you to sign up. It's like I said, nothing.
Yeah, by the way, we have Tracy Browder's joined us, and also a DBC Ink Books author to be. And I know her project is coming along now. And so we're super excited about the ability that we'll be sharing that with the world later. And so we're super excited for Tracy and for everyone who gets a chance to read her story. And you see this hashtag that she came up with, Tara.
Boss privilege. Yes, he definitely has that. I'm like,
Tara
stay under 7 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, Tara told me how long the video had to be. It didn't really turn out that way.
We don't even argue with them. We're just like, if he sends it in, everybody loves to listen to Dave talk for as long as he wants to talk. So you know what? Go for it. We have you a link over here to sign up. Once you sign up, it's real easy. You just put your email in there. And then when you want to open it, you'll go to DBC University. You'll go to DBC University, and that's where you will find it over in your library when you sign in. So super easy to do. If you have any questions, of course, send us an email. We'll help you out.
So one last thing before we go is Tara asked if I would come on here with her earlier today. And I said, yes, of course, I'm in. And then she called me a little bit ago to make sure, like to tell her what the plan was, make sure I was ready. And I was in my car driving away from the hotel, headed to Raising Cane's for some chicken fingers and fries, had to turn the car around, delay dinner, come back and do this. And so now I'm back off to Raising Cane's to get those chicken fingers and fries and eat. So, but I almost missed this. It's a good thing she called. She knows that I'm a flake. So it's a good thing that she checked on me.
So he is. I know. I'm like, I better remind him. He's just getting a little older. He doesn't wear multifocals like me, but he is getting older. He probably could use some. You should join the club. But once you sign up, all you need to do for the course is you just go to bit.ly/DBC University, and then you click over into sign in with your email and password. My library, and then you'll go down below, and that's where your course will be, and you can find all that. And it's also, it stays there forever, so it's not like it disappears after a year or something. Some of the ones that you purchase don't last forever, but that free one lasts forever. So check it out. Let us know if you try any of those. We would absolutely love to hear about it.
Tara, I'm gonna have to give you a raise. Tara, I'm gonna have to give you a raise because I keep just like taking us off the rails, talk about these like wild, crazy side things. And you're like, and back to the course. Now make sure you can sign up and get this course in there. Like,
can you tell I get to take my ADHD meds again? Everything is back on focus. Like, let's keep it focused. Somebody else.
Honey's like, it's time for this Facebook to be over. I want to play some
ball.
Ready
to play some fudge. Y'all, she's getting so big. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you try high-low in Water Buffalo or you join our free course, let us know, and be sure and tag us if you're trying it out in your classroom. I would love to hear about it. Yes, meds are everything. They make my life so much better. It's amazing the things you celebrate: 400-meter walks, ADHD meds. Get back to the basics. All right, friends, have a great one. If you're on the wrong ladder, get the right ladder, and everything else. I hope the rest of your week is just outstanding. You should have just a couple more days or one more day, and then we get the weekend. And then Dave and I might do a surprise. We should do a surprise live maybe Saturday. Maybe we
Yeah,
have a
that'd be
chance.
cool. That'd be fun.
That'll be fun. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. It's
Bye,
almost
everybody.
Friday. Bye, everyone.